All right. Hello and welcome to the first ever Tolmiros Financial Designs quarterly update. Excited to be here. I know Jonathan is as well. Excited to have you guys along for the ride. So 2023. 2022, as we know, was a rough year in the markets. 2023, we've had a nice little recovery so far this year, both stocks and bonds, positive year to date. Dynamics have shifted from last year. Last year, the Dow won the day, was really resilient and more value-oriented stocks. This year, we're seeing the recovery mostly driven by those tech-heavy, the NASDAQ companies, once again. And again, on a global scale, international stocks doing well also.
Yeah, and similar to how it was last year, we're seeing a lot of disparity between the nature of the stock that you own and how it's performing, which part of the market's performing. We're not necessarily in the tide is carrying all ships, in markets. So we are seeing some of those value stocks, which really helped portfolios last year, be pretty flat so far this year, as kind of tech starts to make up for a lot of losses that part of your portfolio felt last year.
Yeah, the 1 year on the NASDAQ is down still, negative 14% and change. So again, a ways to go in terms of a full-blown recovery, but.
Yeah, and we started to see a specific event happen, and I know it made a lot of ripples, in the financial markets. Obviously, we had kind of a good old-fashioned run on the banks at a couple of banks, Silicon Valley Bank. We're not used to seeing that. It can be shocking to see. It does happen, we definitely appear to have that, kind of the worst behind us on that. The FDIC stepped in and did what the FDIC is supposed to do. Came in and provided some support and stability to markets, arranged a marriage or two when it comes to banks that maybe made some poor diversification decisions on their clientele. But that created a lot of disruption in the first quarter here.
Yeah, and at the end of the day, we've been saying it for better part of a year now. This is the Federal Reserve's market. Their interest rate policy is really what's been driving things.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's been the case.
Yeah, so we'll look ahead to the second quarter here and see again, all eyes continue to be on Federal Reserve interest rate policy and what that will do across markets. Inflation data continues. I know it's, over and over again, these videos we were talking about inflation, it continues to be where everybody's eyes are at. So we'll see those data points come in.